thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They check it to 10. Hey.
Coach, there are a few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect clear afternoon. Heck, you can see all the way to Mount Rainier in the distance here at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Seattle Seahawks. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On first down, Wilson. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Here's Wilson. Finding Green complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
To throw again on second down. Wilson, it's Kelce on the ground. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 42.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Second and 5 now. Wilson, and Graham's got it. Complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
They'll run on first down. Bonner. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Now it's Carson. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on third down. Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Hey, alert 3 pound, 132 fighter.
Throwing on first down. Whitaker. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And now it's second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Throwing again. Whitaker. He's got Smith here. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
30 base. Watch the flag, watch the flag, watch the flag. Watch the flag, motion, flag.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
X3, 218, chopper.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
To throw on third down, Whitaker. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. L.J. Collier coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. On 4th down, here's Trevor Daniel. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get him down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's caught by Hollister. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A first down there on a pickup of 25. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. We're scoreless after 1.
Mike 49. I got you.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Throwing to start the drive. Whitaker. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. A toss play. Gordon. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. As soon as he caught that toss and looked upfield, you could tell they had a big numbers advantage blocking-wise.
They certainly did, which means oftentimes your safety will be unblocked. That means he's got to play it from what they call inside out. Don't let the running back cut back across your face. Keep him pinned to the sideline and go make the tackle.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Ready?
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I got you, son. Get it.
To throw on second down. Whitaker over the middle, and it's incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's third down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1 yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They scored a touchdown the last time they had the football, but things going to be a little bit more difficult this time.
Oh, certainly, because where they're starting, the goal isn't even thinking about a touchdown at this point. They're thinking about field position. A couple of first downs in order to give some room for their punter and maybe flip the field position for their defense.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll throw again from their own end zone. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Go 14.
Wilson will throw again. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good-headed scheme going.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. The throw over the middle, taken in. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On third down, Wilson. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play. Wilson now 15 out of 17 through the air, only 2 incompletions. It's first down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself, thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. This time able to hold on to the football, but not much room to run.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So on fourth down, Pete Carroll's going to call out his field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Going deep here for Stills. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Trying to get it that time to Stills, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Let him know.
This time they stay on the ground. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Whitaker, open man, it's Allen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. On 1st and 10, Whitaker. This is caught by Williams. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give them 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Now Gordon. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And it's third down.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. From the gun, Whitaker. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyus Bowser able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Carson, and he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Kill. Turn up. Let's go. Travel. Whip. Watch the whip.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. He's got Evans. The 20. Touchdown, Seattle. Mike Evans, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Looking to throw on second down. Whitaker. Caught by Allen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. This is Gordon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon. In behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free.
That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time for the Seahawks. And even 40 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run it with Carson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Carson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Right there, 54 Mike.
first carry for James Conner. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
Check.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Anthony Lynn went for it but did not get it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. This is Carson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Wilson. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. And that's caught inside the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. And I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that really goes to like 70-30, and they should be able to go up and get it most of the time.
And he got it there. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Whitaker. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. L.J. Collier picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On 4th down, Whitaker. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. On the move to his left. Airing this one out for Evans. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Carson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Charger drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
the amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Looking to throw. Whitaker. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
The end result was brute force on brute force, but think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
To throw on 2nd down. Whitaker looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Stills the intended target.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
On 1st down, Carson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He's got his man on the crossing route. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking out play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
2nd, 3rd levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if you picked up the 1st down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the 1st down because in college football, the clock stops with every 1st down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line. Today
So the victory here for Seattle, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Seahawks, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before